A wealthy woman appeared to be there to buy a newspaper, but in reality, she had her eye on the man's cat, Bob. This was all because a local reporter had shared Mark and Bob's story, turning them into internet celebrities and attracting more and more people who came to see them. However, some people had ulterior motives. Like this woman, who first lamented Mark's difficult life, then said the cat was suffering with him and offered to buy it. Mark flatly refused. This isn't about money. He told the woman about his deep friendship with Bob, but she didn't want to hear it, believing it was just his way of jacking up the price. Angered by this money can buy anything attitude, Mark retorted, "How much are your children worth? I'll trade with you." The woman was furious, and the two argued endlessly. Frightened by the commotion, Bob jumped to the ground, only to be chased by a large dog nearby, vanishing in the blink of an eye. Mark searched from dawn to dusk, nearly turning the entire city upside down, but still couldn't find Bob. 3 days passed, and he began to despair. However, just as he dejectedly returned home, a miracle happened. Bob had come back on his own. He excitedly hugged the little cat, showering it with kisses and cuddles. This experience of losing and regaining Bob made Mark realize his responsibility. He resolved to kick his drug habit and be a clean cat owner. The doctor told him that completely getting rid of his drug dependence would take at least a week, during which the pain of withdrawal would be 100 times worse than a severe flu, and advised him to find someone to keep him company. Mark said, "Having Bob is enough. He's my closest family now." The week-long ordeal began vomiting, insomnia, numbness, even hallucinations, as if countless ants were gnawing at his insides. His whole body felt like a boiling kettle, ready to lose control at any moment. And through it all, Bob silently stayed by his side, giving Mark the strength to persevere. Finally, the painful week passed, and Mark successfully kicked his drug habit. Basking in the sunlight, he knew deep down that without Bob, he couldn't have been reborn. A drug-free Mark knocked on his father's door, hoping to be accepted. Seeing his reinvigorated son before him, his father was stunned and pulled out a childhood photo of Mark from his wallet. He had been thinking of his son all along. The father and son reconciled. Later, by a stroke of luck, Mark and Bob caught the attention of a publishing house, and the editor-in-chief invited him to write a book about his story with Bob. As soon as the book was published, it was a huge success, and readers were deeply moved by this heartwarming and inspiring true story. Just like that, the once wandering homeless man was transformed into a respected author. And it all started with the appearance of a stray cat. When Mark was at his lowest, he gave Bob a bowl of milk, and in return, Bob gave him all his love and a new life. This is a movie based on a true story. I recommend everyone to watch the original film, A Street Cat Named Bob.